I believe we are in a market where actually talent is showing us the way forward. But one key message I'd like to leave with any student or anyone looking for a job opportunity is to be able to put out, I was talking to a student on campus this morning, she spoke about purpose. You should be able to put out your purpose and be authentic in how you communicate what you're good at. I think very often today, most of us prepare a lot for interviews. Sometimes we try too hard to ace the interview, and as a result, we're not authentic. So one key takeaway is be authentic, find purpose in what you want to do. So look at it, most of us came from a world where we had these interviews, right? We would walk into campuses, or we would have these recruitment drives. So I think the one key difference is going to be that throughout the year, organizations are going to be looking to hire people passively. So what does that mean, right? How do you prepare if you want to believe that the world is going to be a world where there's not necessarily a particular interview? I think it's important for you to put out your key skills. It's important to put out your social footprint. But more importantly, you need to start preparing for a world where you don't hear this traditional question, which is, tell me something about yourself, right? You want to be telling the world something about yourself before they find you. So start preparing to be hired, not through an interview. It could be a casual coffee machine chat with somebody that sees purpose in you. You might be at a conference where you're interacting with somebody and you realize that that's the organization you want to work with. So prepare your elevator pitch, because sometimes it's a minute or two that you're going to get. Stop preparing for these long interviews. Now, having said that, there are a lot of organizations that are still doing a lot of interviews. The top e-commerce firms are known to sometimes conduct 9 back-to-back interviews, right? So all I'm saying is, while you prepare for that format, it's also important to acknowledge that a lot of people are moving away from that set format. Have your elevator pitch, stay relevant. The world is constantly changing. So the first skill that I want to find in a person, or the first thing which is very important, is the willingness to be adaptable. So look at yourself, and I'm sure through your journey, there are a lot of you who've come to this campus from far away. I hear people brave Bangalore traffic to get here. So you're not frightened of change, right? So embrace change. Don't fight it, right? Find a way around it. So change is very important. Managing change is important. Second is learn to tell your story as soon as you can. We are all different. Sometimes most of us look for the like me. However, the world, we keep talking about inclusion, diversity. For me, those words mean an individual should learn to tell their story. So storytelling is very important. Whatever you're good at, make sure you really strive hard to be excellent at it. What does excellence mean? You will keep going and try to reinvent yourself in the same field day after day. And last but not the least, while you're good at something, and while that's your purpose in life, try and find another part in you which might help you get a different perspective in life. The last is the most important. We live in a world where business drives a lot of decisions. So try and get an appreciation of the different kinds of business. Before you want to get too invested in becoming strong with numbers, becoming somebody who can spot trends, try and understand any business by breaking it down to the simple steps which make sure a business is profitable. So for me, these are some skills I would look for in people. the future is actually dictated by the youth. And where does this demographic lie? In campuses. I think one key difference, a lot of campuses are talking about internship. I would actually urge campuses to take it a step forward and see if you can actually work with industry to bring a lot of the problems that we face there onto your campus to solve in classrooms or in workshops. Rather than you going to industry to do internships, it'll be fantastic if you can actually bring some of the problems we are facing into campus. Why is that important? In most organizations that I've been part of, once individuals come to our office, we tend to get them, they tend to forget the most important thing they have, perspective, right? And they get used to our system. I truly believe that if campuses can extract a problem and bring it to your campus, there's a high possibility that you will look at the problem from a different aspect. More importantly, keeping the most important demographic, which is youngsters, in mind. Now that's a solution that most organizations might really look forward to. So if you can really flip internship, I don't know, it's a very bold thought that I have, but it's something that I truly believe in. If you can flip the internship model, it might actually empower your students to bring that perspective from day one.